guys, it's nice to see you again. As we both know, this is our first official CFT meeting, so it's a child and family and teen meeting. So this will give us a chance to kind of go over how things have been in the past month and how we can begin to move forward working on our individual service plan for Christy. And in this meeting, we're gonna talk about things that have been going well for you guys, things that have not been going so well, some concerns, and we're going to brainstorm together as a team how we can address those concerns. So I first want to go over what we determined the family vision and the team goal was. So I'm going to go ahead and read what the family vision was first. So you guys had stated that the family would like to see Christy as a happy adult creating art, working in a coffee shop, and starting a family with children. Do we all agree on this family vision that we've created?
Yes, I definitely think that's what we need to look forward to.
Okay. What about you, Christy?
Sounds good.
Okay. So now let's move on to the team goal. So we had decided that as a group, the team would help Christy learn to use appropriate coping skills, spending time with the neighbor's horses 2 to 3 times a week, riding bikes with the family every other week, and reading scriptures with the family every night, which will reduce self-harming behaviors from every week to 0 times a week for 90 days. Does that sound like a good and obtainable goal that you guys think we can do?
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that we can look forward to, and anything to really get her to stop cutting, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. What about you, Christy? Do you think that this is a goal that you think we all can work towards for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want, so yeah.
Okay. So you had mentioned the last time I saw you that you really enjoyed seeing the animals that your neighbors have, and you enjoyed hanging around your family, going on bike rides with them. So I think that this is a great goal that we can work towards. So now that we're all clear on the family vision and the team goal, I think we can then move on to discuss some of the things that have been going on. So we like to focus on strengths first. So we'll use those strengths and as interventions to help meet Christy's needs. So that's where I'd like to start. So Christy, what has been going well for you since the last time I saw you about a month ago?
I don't know. Nothing that I can think of.
Have you cut at all recently?
No, not recently. But I still sometimes feel like I want to, but I haven't.
Okay. Well, what stops you from doing it? When you have these urges and then you don't do it, what's going through your mind, or what do you do to help stop that urge?
I don't know. I guess I just like to draw. I like art, so if I'm feeling stressed out or just really anxious, I'll just start drawing, and that helps.
Okay, that sounds like you use drawing as a functional strength and as a coping skill that you use when you're feeling overwhelmed. So I think that's great, and you should continue to use that if that works for you. So yeah, definitely continue that. What about school? How's school been?
I'm not doing very well in my classes. The only good thing is that I brought my math grade up from an F to a D.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're making those improvements in math. Math is not easy. So what about your other classes?
I don't know. I just don't like going to school. I hate it. I mean, the only thing I like is art, and I'm kind of failing that now too, but I like seeing my friends too.
Christy, you need to start caring more about school. This is your future, and the friends you've been hanging around are just not good influences on you. I really think she's hanging around the wrong crowd, and she needs to surround herself with people that are more positive and that'll help her attain the goals that we've set for her.
Okay. Christy, what do you think about that?
There's nothing wrong with my friends, Dad. They're fine. They understand me. They're going through what I'm going through. They know. I'm not going to change my friends.
Okay. Let's try and back up a little bit. So, Jake, I know that you're concerned, and that's completely normal as a father. And it is important to address those issues, and we want to address those. But at the same time, I think it's important to see what else is going well for Christy right now, and and how we can continue to see that. And then we'll talk about some more concerns, and as we go along, we'll get to the concerns. So, is that okay with you?
I think that's fine. I just need everyone to know that I'm not going to tolerate these behaviors anymore. They're unacceptable.
Okay, I completely understand, and we want to encourage. We want to find a way that we can encourage Christy to have self-determination, as a teenager, and also respect your roles as a parent.
Okay, I see what you're saying, and I'm trying to be open, but it just gets really frustrating sometimes.
That's understandable, and I want to work with you both so that we can kind of reach a middle ground, and kind of compromise. What do you think about that, Christy? Do you think reaching a middle ground is something that you can do?
I mean, I guess I can do that, just so I can wear what I want to wear too.
Okay. And then let's kind of go back to that. Let's talk about those style choices. So is there any way that we can make a compromise so that Christy can feel comfortable in what she wants to wear, and at the same time respect your rules as a parent and what would be acceptable?
I mean, I just don't want her to wear black. I don't want her to wear all black. I want her to wear some, she can wear some black, whatever's fine, but just not all black. Not everything she wears.
Okay, so what about right now? She's got a black top on, black pants, but she has a colored cardigan. Is that acceptable? Would that be okay? Would that be a compromise in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's just something besides black.
Okay. What do you think of that, Christy? Do you think that that's something that you would be okay with?
I mean, I think so. I'm doing it right now. I just want to feel like I can at least choose something for myself, so I feel like my clothing is what I can choose, and I want to wear what I want to wear too.
I understand that, but we do have rules, and as long as you're living under my roof, you're going to follow my rules.
I think that by compromising, you guys are meeting in a middle ground, and that's something that parents and kids need to do sometimes, It's important for teens to be able to express themselves. They are at a vulnerable age, but it is also important to follow your rules as a parent, and it's all part of growing up. So, I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and move on to the concerns and how we can address those. So, I know sometimes it can be easy to get off track in these CFT meetings, to kind of just jump into the concerns and talk about what's not been going so well, but we just like to start with the strengths, because we like to use those, and as we move forward. So since we're able to meet an understanding and compromise with the clothing style, that's something that can definitely be viewed as a strength for both of you guys. So Christy, do you have any concerns that has been going on at all recently?
I don't know.
Christy, the reason we're here is to help you. And you need to participate so we can get this figured out.
Jake, what are your some major concerns?
My major concerns are that Christy doesn't have any concrete goals right now. She's just going through life and doesn't seem to care what's going on. What she's doing is dangerous and not healthy, and as her father, I just want her to get better, and I want her to want the same things.
I understand your concern, and that is a concern for me as well. I think it's important that we do establish those concrete goals so Christy has something clear that she can work towards. And that's what we're going to be doing. As we meet, we're going to continue to work on the individual service plan, and I'll also be giving you guys a copy of that too. But in that service plan, it'll state exactly what the goals are and how we're going to meet those needs. So we just have to make sure that Christy is on board with that, and that she has the desire to really want to work on those and allow herself to get to a healthier place. So before I move on, I want to give you another opportunity to kind of really tell me what you've been struggling with. I really want to hear it. I want to do everything I can to help you. So this way, we can make the situation better for you and for your family through your recovery. So is there anything else?
I don't know. I guess I've just been overwhelmed with like everything. I get stressed from school, like there's so many things that like, so many reasons why I just want to cut. Like school stresses me out, and then I get stressed from parents, like they make me so anxious, so like it's just a lot to handle everywhere I go.
Okay. And you're right, I think school can definitely be overwhelming. So let's kind of get into more school, because you had mentioned school before. So is there any specific classes? I know you mentioned math, but is there anything else that you have really been struggling with?
Like all of my classes, to be honest.
All of them? Okay, and do you guys have any tutoring that's available? Anything you could go to maybe before school or after school?
Yeah, like some people go before or after, it just depends on what they want to do.
Have you thought about maybe going to get the extra help so that you can get caught up in those classes?
I guess I can start doing that. I never have before, but I can ask, I guess.
Okay. So Jake, is there any way that maybe you would be able to drop her off early for school a few days a week, or maybe pick her up a little bit later after school? Would that be something that you would be able to do?
Yeah, I mean, either one would work for me. I just want her to be able to get the help that she needs to pass the classes.
Absolutely. I think that's a great place to start as far as school goes. That's, we can help meet that need just, by going to a little extra tutoring, see how, because we want you to pass. I'm sure you want to pass.
I guess so. More because he wants me to, so.
All right. Well, just maybe, get in that tutoring and see if that can help at all. So you also mentioned stress from your parents. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you had mentioned before, with the clothing style and the music choices, that you really want to feel understood by your parents. Is that something that you would agree with, or
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
Like, I just want them to be able to understand where I'm coming from. I feel like they just think I'm a terrible person, like I'm just this bad kid all the time.
No, we don't think you're a terrible person, and we also want to understand where you're coming from. That's why we're here.
Right. So I think you want to be there to help her,
Yeah.
and I see that. And I think that that's a really good place to start. This is a really good beginning point that we can work towards. And to make things a little bit better for you guys, and we'll get there. It might take a little bit of time, but we'll work on it. So I think from hearing what you guys have talked about, what would benefit Christy most would maybe be some individual counseling. That way you can talk to somebody else about it, you can get more to the root about what's going on. So would that be something that you would want to give a try?
I guess, like, if I like the therapist,
Okay.
I just want to, like, meet them first.
Yeah, you could definitely meet them. You'll start to build a rapport, so you'll, start to build a relationship with the therapist, a working relationship with them, and so they'll help you in ways that, that what you feel that you need help with. And then another thing that I was thinking about was maybe family therapy. So that way you guys can all work together as a whole to work on things. Jake, do you think that's something that you would maybe want to give a try?
Definitely. I think that's really what we need to do, is just come together as a family and work some things out and be able to help Christy and help each other as a family, because, I mean, it's not just her, it's all of us need to be able to work together.
Right. And I think you guys are noticing that you're a team here. You're a family, you're a team, and you really want to help each other out, and I think that's great. So I'm glad to hear that you both are open to, receiving therapy. So I'm going to go ahead and put a referral in for that, and then I will keep you updated on the status the next time I see you. So do you guys have any questions for me at all? Anything?
I think we're good. Just really thank you for the help, and I think
Of course.
we're going to really appreciate this in the long run.
Good. I really hope so. So I'll go ahead and I'll contact you
Okay.
next so we can, I'll give you a call and we can set up the next CFT meeting.
Okay.
And then we can go into further detail about the individual service plan, and we can also check the status on the referrals and for the therapies.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep. Sounds
All right,
perfect.
thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.